I'd like to welcome everyone to the November 27th, 2023 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise and join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board this year. To my left is Vice President and fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill, and to my right is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, our Administrator Tracy Davies, Deputy Administrator Don Houston. Eric here today? Yep, there's Eric. And our other Deputy Administrator hiding behind the pillar, Eric Hostetler, and our clerks, Brandy Wilson and Jennifer Walraven. We can begin.
Resolution number 23-1004, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held November 20th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 23-1004. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 23-1005. In the matter of approving purchase orders and endowed certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 1122.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote. Vote.
Vote on motion 23-1005. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1006, in the matter of acknowledging receipt of annexation petition from agent for the petitioner Donald T. Plank Law Firm, LPA, requesting annexation of 6.357 acres of land in Liberty Township to the city of Powell, Ohio.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote please.
Vote on motion 23-1006. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1007, in the matter of accepting the treasurer's report for the month of October 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 23-1007. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1008, in the matter of approving First Amendment to the software maintenance agreement between Courtview Justice Solutions Incorporated, doing business as Equivent, and the Board of Delaware County Commissioners on behalf of the Delaware County Common Pleas Court General Division, the Delaware County Common Pleas Court Domestic Relations Division, the Delaware County Common Pleas Court Juvenile Probate Division, the Delaware County Clerk of Courts, and the Delaware County Public Defender for the case management system used by each of these entities.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, Natalie, welcome.
Good morning, Natalie Fravel, Delaware County Clerk of Courts. I'm here today asking for approval for the 2024 software maintenance agreement for Courtview, which is our case management system of the Common Pleas Courts. All divisions of the Common Pleas Courts use Courtview, and the agreement has been reviewed and accepted by the prosecutor's office, as well as all the judges, the public defender's office, and myself. I would appreciate your approval today.
Comments, questions?
No questions or comments?
Again, continuing to use the system everyone's pleased with, so it's good to see.
Yes.
Okay. Vote please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 23-1008. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Natalie.
Resolution number 23-1009, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriations for the Recorder's Office.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion,
Good morning, Commissioners. Justin Nobby, Director of Finance. This request would authorize a transfer of appropriations within the Recorder's Equipment Fund, and these appropriations will be used to purchase equipment used in support of the Veterans ID program.
okay, questions, comments? Vote, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 23-1009. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1010, in the matter of approving a transfer of appropriations for the Law Library.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion,
Thanks, Commissioners. This secondary request would also approve a transfer of appropriations for the Law Library, and this will allow them to pay for year-end invoices relating to printing services.
okay. Vote please.
Vote on motion 23-1010. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Right, thank you.
Before you step away, you're really thorough, And I know there's a special event occurring today. Could you share that with us?
It's my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
No, thank you.
Happy birthday.
You kept it quiet, Justin. You didn't,
Yeah.
you didn't broadcast that.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Happy birthday. How do you know that? You know everybody's birthday.
I know, he just reads it every day.
I know.
Got a list.
All right, Jennifer.
Resolution number 23-1011, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners. Scott Stewart, Deputy Director, Delaware County Homeland Security and Emergency Management. For your consideration this morning is a supplemental appropriation to our budget to cover the cost of hazardous materials training that was provided to our Delaware County first responders back in October. This is for a pass-through, basically through our office, for a grant through the Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Grant. It allows for 80% coverage from the federal government and a 20% local match. Just due to the cost of the class being $12,400, the size of the budget for the Delaware Area Response Team, our hazmat team for the county, and the fact that we were the ones working with the grant, we're seeking to have that money transferred in to our account so that we can cover the cost of that class, and then we will be reimbursed for the $9,600 for the 80% match, and DART has already agreed through their meeting to cover the $2,800, which includes a $400 overage for the cost of the grant, but due to the value of the class, they felt it was worth having that. So be happy to entertain any questions that you might have regarding this.
Could you repeat everything you just said?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, very thorough. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Very, very well
Yeah.
documented. Questions, comments? All right. Pending no further discussion, we'll take a vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-1011. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Scott.
Resolution number 23-1012, in the matter of approving change order number 1 with Paladine Incorporated and change order number 1 with Tidewater Products Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners. Eric McPeak, Deputy Director of Operations for the Sewer District. This first item is, we have 2 contracted chemical suppliers for polymer, and they have a 1-year contract that's about to end at the end of this year, and we have 3 one-year re-ups possible. We've agreed ahead of time to increase the cost of the chemical by the price related to the Consumer Price Index. In the past, the past few years with all the chemical increases and costs and everything like that and the demand, we've put this in place to help throttle back that increase every year. So that's what this is about. So both are going to increase about 3.7% this year.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-1012. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1013, in the matter of approving change order number 1 to the agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Ohio Water Development Authority for the OECC Headworks and Aeration Upgrade Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Now, this is a $0 change order that basically takes money that's already been earmarked for contingency and allowances, and it moves it on the pay application to the appropriate contractor. This is something that the OWDA, who we have the loan through, requested, but there's no increase to the loan amount. This is more about bookkeeping than anything else.
Okay. Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-1013. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thanks.
Thanks, Eric.
sir.
Resolution number 23-1014, in the matter of amendment number 2 to the professional services agreement for Dell TR 114-01.93 Orange Road Railroad Grade Separation.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Morning, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. As you know, we're continuing to develop this project, which will involve an underpass on Orange Road at the railroad tracks. This agreement involves amendment for the final design for that project. We still have a ways to go with the coordination with the railroads, but we're pushing ahead with design on this.
Okay. Questions, comments? Rob, just timing-wise, I know we've gone through this and you regularly update us. What's the latest thinking on construction on this?
Yeah, we have this penciled in for construction starting probably late 2026. At this point, that's the best date I can give you.
Okay. All right. Understand. Very complex process. Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-1014. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1015, in the matter of vacating a portion of a drainage easement and accepting a new drainage easement upon lot 5205 of Olentangy Falls, Section 3.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
The owner of this lot has requested vacating a portion of the existing drainage easement and has dedicated a new drainage easement to basically take its place. They're doing some expansion on their building lot and would like to vacate a portion to allow them to do that. And we reviewed this and we're certainly okay with it.
Okay.
So there's no issues in our.
Nope.
Okay, good. Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-1015. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1016, in the matter of awarding a bid and approving a contract between the Delaware County Commissioners and Enviro Construction Company for the Radnor 2015-1 Drainage Improvement Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
A little bid for this contract came in from Enviro Construction Company, right on the engineer's estimate. This will be done, or construction on this will be done through the winter and through the spring of next year.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-1016. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1017, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
I have 6 utility permits for you. These are all routine utility installations.
Okay. Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-1017. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1018, in the matter of establishing a maintenance bond and releasing construction bond for Nelson Farm Section 3 Phase A and Nelson Farm Section 3 Phase B.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
The street and stormwater construction for Nelson Farms 3A and B was completed this fall, and so it's ready to go on the one-year developer maintenance period.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-1018. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1019, in the matter of approving plans, specifications, estimate, and setting the bid date for the project known as Lynetta Lane Watershed Drainage Improvement Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
I know you're familiar with the Lynetta Lane drainage project. We'd like to go out to bid and then start construction in probably late winter or early spring and have this wrapped up by the end of spring next year.
Okay. Yeah, we did spend a lot of time working on this one.
Sure did.
A lot of versions we looked at, so
Yeah.
good to see it coming to conclusion. Vote, Jennifer?
Vote on motion 23-1019. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-1020, in the matter of approving plans, specifications, and estimate, and setting the bid date for the project known as the Miller-Williams Holmes Number 2 Watershed Drainage Improvement Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So this project is just downstream from the Lynetta Lane project. We'd like to hopefully develop these on the same time frame. Again, construction through the end of this winter and finishing up this spring.
Okay. Questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-1020. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
We do have one item for other business today.
Yep.
Resolution number 23-1021. A resolution determining the necessity and the authorization of issuance and sale of healthcare facility revenue refunding bonds, Series 2023, Willowbrook Christian Communities of the County of Delaware, Ohio, in the maximum aggregate principal of $32 million, authorizing the execution and delivering of an agreement and lease and sublease in connection therewith, authorizing the execution and delivery of an assignment of sublease to secure such bonds, authorizing execution of bond purchase agreement with respect to said bonds, and authorizing the execution of a tax-exempt certificate and agreement and other documents in connection with the issuance of the bonds.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Melissa Santiago, and I'm a bond attorney at Dinsmore and Scholl. I'm also here today with my colleague, Mark Kamer, and Tom Polson and Troy McKnight from Willowbrook Christian Communities. The resolution that we're asking you to consider today pertains to a proposed revenue bond issue. Delaware County would be the conduit issuer and issue the bonds for the benefit of Willowbrook Christian Communities. Willowbrook is a 501c3 located in Delaware County that provides senior care services. And the purpose of the bonds is to refinance a 2018 bond issuance, which was also issued by Delaware County for the benefit of Willowbrook. At this time, we respectfully request that Delaware County act as conduit issuer so that Willowbrook can take advantage of tax-exempt interest rates on this borrowing and save costs and continue to provide its services to the local community. Willowbrook would be solely responsible for payment of debt service on the bonds. The bonds are not debt of the county in any way. No taxing power of the county is pledged to repay the bonds, and the bonds are not debt of the county. The county is not financially liable in any way on these bonds. Old National Bank is purchaser of the bonds. They're a sophisticated bond purchaser, and the bonds will be sold to them in a private placement. As I said, Tom and Troy are also here if you have any questions about the project or the use of funds. We're happy to answer any questions you might have at this time.
Okay, I don't know, any questions, comments?
I just
Tracy?
state what you stated, just for the record, is there's no commitment liability to the county taxpayers, and we're basically just a conduit to make this happen.
That is correct, yes.
Right. Eric, any comments? I know you've been involved in this process all along.
Eric Hostetler, General Counsel. I'll just add to the record that this was reviewed by Chris Franzman as Issuers Counsel on behalf of the county. No concerns were raised. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have, though.
Okay.
And my statement is accurate, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, Commissioner Lewis, any comments?
No question.
Yeah, again, we're glad to, take advantage of our unique authority to help our friends at Willowbrook and who serve a very important segment of our community. Glad to be able to facilitate that. Okay, no further comments, questions. Vote, Jennifer, please.
Vote on motion 23-1021. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you all.
Brings us to our 9:45 public hearing number 1 for the proposed adoption of changes to the flood damage prevention regulations of Delaware County.
So moved.
Second.
Do we need to do a vote?
We don't need a
Yeah,
vote.
so we're just opening the hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
With our new public
My apologies.
comment rules that the board adopted this
So
year, we
used to doing
just
that.
need to note the time.
We'll rescind the
Just to
first
be
and the
safe.
second. Okay, Dwayne is here. We'll get to Dwayne here in a moment, but I want to go through what we're going to do today. Well, I want to welcome everyone to the first hearing for consideration of proposed adoption of changes to the flood damage prevention regulations of Delaware County. There's a sign-in sheet circulating the room. We ask you please sign the sheet to indicate your attendance. First, we'll hear a presentation from Dwayne Matlack, Chief Building Official, Department of Building Safety. Following the presentation, there will be time for questions from the board. After board questions, the board will hear from any interested persons that wish to testify. Before accepting testimony for or against the proposed adoption of changes to the proposed adoption of changes to the flood damage prevention, that's kind of redundant there.
Sorry.
Adoption of changes to flood damage prevention regulations of Delaware County, the board will acknowledge receipt of any written testimony before hearing live testimony. We'll first call on those wishing to testify in favor of the proposed changes. We'll then call all those wishing to testify in opposition to the proposed changes. The board will close the first public hearing after all testimony has been presented. And the second hearing is scheduled for Thursday, November 30th, this coming Thursday at 9:45 a.m. So with that, I will turn it over to Dwayne. Introduce yourself and start the hearing.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dwayne Matlack, Chief Building Official, Building Safety. The regulations that you have before you now, the process began back in 2015, so it's been a while coming. FEMA had announced that they were going to do a new study of the watershed, the Upper Scioto, which obviously includes the Scioto, Old Tangi, and all the watersheds within Delaware County. There were public meetings in that back then. Those meetings, we did have input into those maps, as well as all the other entities within Delaware County. Work maps were released in 2020 by FEMA, which we were allowed to look at and make comment. Again, there were public meetings for individuals and stakeholders to put input into those maps, excuse me. Preliminary flood maps came out in April of 2022. There was also a virtual open house that FEMA put on with ODNR and ourselves. It was held on June 14th, 2022. Postcards were sent out to all affected properties and their owners. Approximately 321 postcards were sent out, so there were 321 properties that were affected. It could have been a change in elevation or a reduction in elevation, so no specifics on that. Final determination came out June 21st of this year, and the new D-firms, which are the flood insurance rate maps, go into effect December 21st of this year, so next month. The regulations that are before you were updated, last done in 2009, along with the last flood insurance study for Delaware County. Updates were made, all the updates that are made to the resolution are required by FEMA and ODNR to meet their basic model. The only change that was made to the Delaware County Code that we had control of was we added 1 foot to the BFE, which means that if somebody were to build within a regulated floodplain, they would need to raise that elevation an additional foot. Added protection in case there's an event that's outside of that 100-year, which it could be a 500-year. So very minimal to the cost of construction, but it could be a huge savings in disaster response and damage to a home. Other than that, that's all that I have. I'll entertain any questions.
Questions, comments?
I don't think I have any questions.
No, just time to move ahead on it.
A question I have for you, Dwayne, is have you had much public input?
We have
either
had
pro
no
or con?
public input, nothing within our office. The one thing that I will add is that we do have to update the resolution in order to maintain our community within the flood rating system. So,
Okay. All right, so end of your remarks then, Dwayne? Well, it's going to be pretty quick. I don't see anybody in the audience that I expect to be speaking either in favor or opposed to this change, but I'll open it up officially for anyone who wants to speak in favor of the changes. All right, seeing no volunteers, I will now open it up officially to those who would like to speak in opposition to the proposed changes. Last chance. Ally, did you want to say anything? All right. Okay, so that is it. We'll conclude this hearing, and the next hearing is scheduled for Thursday.
Correct.
So, okay, hearing is hereby closed. Thanks, Dwayne.
Thanks.
That brings us to item number 20 and administrator reports.
Nothing to report today.
Dwayne? Eric, anything else? Commissioner Lewis?
Hope everyone had a very happy Thanksgiving.
Saturday wasn't too happy.
You're right. It was not. It was not.
The Thursday was great.
Thursday was great. Saturday, not so much.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, Commissioner Lewis.
I have nothing to add other than hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, as Commissioner Lewis and Commissioner Benton alluded to, and that's all I have today.
Just a couple other things. I did go to the Delaware County District Library flagpole dedication ceremony on, I believe it was Wednesday or Tuesday, and that was very well done, very well attended. Boy Scout troop, the local Boy Scout troop raised the flag, and it was just really nice. It's good to see. We got the flag out in front of that beautiful new branch. Helpline lunch tomorrow, I think you're going, Commissioner Merrill? I don't know if you're going to that. It's Guardians of Good, and there's a tic-tac-toe game that's being set up with, I guess it's youngsters.
You're going to kind of.
And I'm going to be the MC, and
Oh, wow.
we're going to try to see if we can establish a Delaware County record for consecutive tic-tac-toe games. So I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, but
That's an awesome responsibility, Mr. President.
yeah, I know. And the engineers luncheon, I think, is this Wednesday, which is with the annual luncheon with the townships, which is always very well attended and a lot going on, as you could see from the testimony this morning. We did get a couple state capital projects submitted, which is always good to see. And it's good that those are moving forward. So, Jennifer, want to go into recess until 10:15, or do we just go in executive session? Executive session? Okay, go ahead. We'll go ahead
All right.
and go into executive.
Resolution number 23-1022, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment, employment, and compensation of a public employee or public official.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 23-1022. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.